So welcome to the Fit Through Faith 15 Bootcamp, your basic training to win the race of life. I am so excited because you're here, right? Your health and fitness matter, your life matters, your God-given purpose matters, your service matters, and committing to your health and fitness is a great way to support that. This is your orientation video, and I'm going to break it on down all the tools that you need to be successful. We're going to talk about mindset. We're going to talk about functional fitness and the functional 5 and what may make this workout different than anything you've done before. We're going to talk about the 4 F's of strength training. We're going to talk about how to do a proper push-up, one of my favorites. We're going to talk about what to eat, what you need, and most importantly, how to win. So let's talk a little bit about mindset. Now, the word says in Romans 12:2 that transformation happens through the renewal of our mind. And mindset really is the key. It's foundational to your whole body health, to what I call your divinely designed healthy lifestyle practice. And when it comes to fitness, mindset shift number 1 is fitness is not optional. It's not a it would be nice if. Fitness has to happen. Why? Because your body was created by God to move. So when you don't move, when you are inactive, it's no wonder that you don't feel your best, right? It's no wonder that your belly starts to expand and that your joints get a little bit achy because you are not operating in your nature. Your nature is to move. Your body actually craves physical activity. And that's why when you do move, that you do have energy and that you feel good and that your skin glows and everything actually is firing on all cylinders because fitness is not optional. And that's what you're going to find in this workout. When you commit to the consistency every day, that's when your body's going to start to say, oh, I like this and I need more of this. But it begins with that commitment. Mindset shift number 2 is refuse to lose. You have to wake up and fight for the life that God promised you. It's not about like waking up and rolling and seeing what happens. You have to be in a battle stance, ready to get the job done. When you wake up, let me get my boot camp on and then I'm ready for the day. So begin with a mindset of refusing to lose and wake up and fight for the life and health God promised you. And lastly, and I think I got this from Denzel Washington's father. I heard it, I think it was an interview that he did. And the quote was, do what you need to do so you can do what you want to do. Fitness is what you need to do so that you can be a greater service. When you get into that service-sized body, that size body where you can be a greatest service to God in the world, when fitness is supporting that, then you can do what you want to do. But you have to do what you need to do first. And that's the beginning of your mindset shift. Fitness is not optional. So now I'm going to share with you the secret sauce of the Fit Through Faith 15, and that is the functional 5. There are basically 5 movement patterns that assist us in daily living, and they are push, pull. I will show you this way. And the muscles that support push-pull are your biceps, your triceps, your back, and your chest. And so when you overload those muscles, when you need them for simple tasks, they are in their best shape. The second one is squat stand. Squat and stand. And you know you do that when you sit up and you get down, you get in and out of your car. And again, when we overload those muscles, the glute muscles, and really this actual movement, then when we just need to get up, it's easy. We can do it with ease because we have done the extra work. The third one is bend, extend on the side. It's hinging and standing up, and I can feel that in the back of my legs. But that hinge, extend again when we bend down, all of that when we overload it, then it's ready for us when we need it. The fourth one is a single leg move, so it could be walking, it could be lunging. Again, we do that all day long. And last is rotating, right? We rotate in various forms, but when we make sure that the muscles that support this movement are strong, then they're ready for us. So this is not about bodybuilding. Yes, we are using light weights, but this is about life building. This is about having the creativity and the confidence to do all that God has called us to do. Yes, you may get back into the cute clothes at the back of the closet, but more importantly, you will have a more vital, energetic life. This is about your big, bold why. This is about service. This is about being able to move and breathe and get off medication and do the things that you were called to do. I wanted to talk to you briefly about the 4Fs of functional strength training. The first is form, and really doing everything in proper form. Throughout each workout, I'm going to give you a lot of cues, but I really want to encourage you to make sure that you check yourself. So if I say toes forward, toes are forward. If I say shoulders back, chest lifted, all of those things, because when we do things in proper form, then we get the best results. Number 2 is full range of motion. So make sure in every exercise that you're moving full range, up and down. Why? For example, this bicep muscle is a beautiful muscle, but if we're only doing it halfway, then we're shortchanging it, right? We want to get the length, the lovely, sleek muscles, and that happens when we do things full range of motion. The third is fatigue and failure. Strength training is one of those areas where you want to fail. We want to fatigue the muscle. If you've been doing, a ton of reps of something and you never feel fatigue, that means that you're getting endurance, but you're not necessarily building strength. And so when we fatigue the muscle, we actually break it down so we can build it back up. And the last F is flexibility. We want to make sure that we stretch. Now, in each workout, there is a really short warm-up and a short cool down. I really want to encourage you to definitely stretch those muscles outside of the workout, just to make sure that that flexibility is happening, because again, the longer the muscles are, the more you stretch them out, the more sleek and beautiful they will be. I'm going to show you now how to do a proper push-up. I love a push-up. I believe in a push-up. I believe that every woman should be able to push themselves up from the ground, like flat out on the ground. And so developing those muscles is super important. It is functional. It uses full body. It uses your legs, your arms, and so I'm a big fan, but I'm also a fan of good form. So I'm going to show you actually standing up. The first thing is shoulders and wrists. Your wrists should be in direct alignment with your shoulders. So whether you are on a wall, you're on the ground, the first thing you want to check is, are my shoulders and my wrists aligned? So when you're on the ground, obviously it's your shoulders would be over your wrists, but otherwise it's right here. So imagine imaginary wall. So now that I have my hands are about shoulder distance apart, my shoulders and my wrists are aligned, what I do is it's a bend of the elbows. So I'm bending to 90 degrees, and then I'm pushing all the way out. So I go all the way. This is my full range of motion, 90 degrees, oops. And then I'm pushing my imaginary wall is not helping. Push. So that's it should look like, bend. What I'm not doing is leaning in and leaning out. So if you're on a wall, we don't lean, we don't bend here. Your body moves as one plank and push. Now that would be as if I'm doing it on a wall. The key is to find that position where you can do at least one, because we constantly want to challenge ourselves. So I'm going to move it down. So that would have been on the wall. So if I go all the way back here, you may not be able to see me, but bend. Push. Bend to 90 degrees at least. You want to get that nose almost to the wall and push. But I'm not leaning it or bending it. So next you could do it on an incline. So this, even when you're in the kitchen, you just want to get some push-ups in. Same difference. But the key is getting that nice plank. My shoulders are over my wrist, or they're in alignment with my wrist, and I bend, and push. Bend and push. So again, I feel that in my triceps, but shoulders, wrists, plank with your body. And now let's take it down to the ground. So when you're doing a push-up on the floor, you want to make sure the first thing, as always, is shoulders over wrists. So I'm not back here, I'm not forward. My hands are approximately shoulder distance apart, and I want to make sure that those shoulders are over the wrists. Now, as your feet in is going to be the hardest. You want to take your feet out if you want a little bit more support. And again, bend, 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 bend. All the way, push, 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 all the way up. Bend, 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 and push, 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 push. Now, if you're saying I can't do it on my toes, all good. Knees are fine, but same concept. Making sure shoulders over wrists, bend, 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 push all the way up, and bend, and extend. What we're not doing is this. This is not cute. And actually, sometimes, if you're really, really starting, as long as you can do tabletop, and as long as your shoulders are over your wrists and you're not leaning in, notice how bend and push. You're going to feel this. Bend and push. That is an option as well. But the key thing is to find that position where you can do at least one. Go hard for the push-ups. The more that you do them, I'm sure you may have an organ reject to it right now, but the more that you do them, the more that you will love them like I love them too. So when it comes to what to eat during the boot camp, I'm going to make it really simple. We're going to be doing food challenges every week. I'm not doing meal plans because what's really important is to get this consistency in fitness. But what I am going to give you is a mantra to really cut to the chase. If God made it, eat it. If man made it, leave it. That is your entire meal plan. I'll repeat. If God made it, eat it. If man made it, leave it. I will encourage you to be a radical label reader. Don't put anything in your body until you know everything that's in it. And if you can't pronounce it, your body can't pronounce it either. The goal really during this time is mindfulness with what you put into your temple and really connecting. Is this serving my purpose? Or is it just serving a craving or a pleasure or something that is not related to my best self? And the more that you crowd in God-made foods, the other stuff goes to the wayside. Now, we will be doing challenges that will help you take out some sugar and power up those vegetables and power up those plants. But the key thing is to really be connected to the food that you're putting into your body. Is it serving your purpose or is it just serving pleasure? What do you need to bring each day? Number one, yourself, refusing to lose, ready to get it done, dress comfortably to work out, right? You'll see I will wear socks, and I wear socks mainly for sound. You can certainly wear shoes, especially for the cardio, whatever you feel most comfortable in. Series 1 is body weight only, but I have cans. I use the cans. Number 1 is almost like training for dumbbells for Series 2 and Series 3. In Series 2 and 3, we will use 2 to 5 pound dumbbells. So just to get ahead of that, you may already have them in your house. You can borrow them from somebody. If you are comfortable with body weight and just want to use body weight the whole time, you can certainly do that. I encourage you to begin to start to use dumbbells. Why? Because that's where the change is going to happen. That's where we're really going to build that functional strength because we're overloading the muscle. You also want to have a lovely tall water bottle at your side ready to hydrate whenever you need. Lastly, a yoga mat is helpful. We don't use it in every workout, but you want to have that handy. And that's not lastly, and a chair. Again, we don't use that for every workout, but if you have a chair nearby, I will let you know at the beginning of the workout if we will need it. You can use a chair or a box or anything like that. So again, yourself, water, cans or dumbbells for Series 2 and Series 3, yoga mat, and a box or a chair that we won't use for every workout, and I will let you know in advance. And last but not least, your success plan and how to win. Number 1, commit. We talked about refusing to lose. Commitment plus consistency leads to change. And that's what we're doing. We're showing up 5 days a week. We are moving our bodies consistently, and that's when the change is going to come. So you have to refuse to lose, commit, and don't quit. Number 2, calendar. This is so important. You have to put this time in your calendar. And when? At a time when you are least likely to get distracted. Get it in your calendar if it's waking up 15 minutes earlier, if it's while you're cooking your dinner, whatever it is, be consistent with that time. Get it in the calendar and protect that time with your life, because life will get in the way. You've done it before, right? You said, I'm going to get on my fitness, and you've started, and then all of a sudden, kids have stuff, you got stuff, your work is calling you, you just don't feel like it. All those reasons and all those excuses get in the way. So you must put it in your calendar and protect that time with your life. Number 3, complete it. It's not good enough just to put it in your calendar. You actually have to complete the work and complete your whole day. Get 30 minutes of walking in. All the other tips and tools that I give you to make sure that you get the most results from this workout. So calendar it and then complete it. And last but not least, celebrate it, right? You did it. Go on the Facebook group. Tell all of us how you felt, what you did, that you got it done. Give yourself a high five, praise pop, whatever it is to celebrate your win. This is about little wins each day and doubling down on the wins one step at a time. How do we win? We commit and don't quit. We calendar it. We complete it, and we celebrate it. I am so excited to be on this adventure with you. You are worth it, right? You are valuable. The gift and the message that God has given you to share with this world is huge. You have an epic impact to make on this world, but you need your whole body health and fitness to support it. So let's go.